my name is Nonche Aretha Mhlongo, popularly known as Skye Wanda. Yeah, I am a singer, songwriter, producer, businesswoman, mother. Yeah, those are my hats. Anything else you would like me to add?
Amazing. No, dope. So, for those of us that have known you for like a long time, may you please share with us your journey to becoming Skye Wanda today?
I come from a musical family. So I obviously started singing from a very young age. My first performance, I was 5 years old with my grandmother and my older sister. So being in the industry for me was always inevitable. It was always going to be this way. Maybe the dynamic might have been different, but it was always going to come to this. So I had my first child at 17, and that's when I started taking the music a bit more serious because I wasn't in school at that particular time, obviously playing mommy. And then I started rapping. I had such a love for hip hop. I started rapping. I had my first performance with Hip Hop Ngaba. That was being hosted by Zulu Boy to the car at Howard College. Yeah, since then I got obviously bigger and bigger platforms and releasing music and working with people like Abu Abdus, Trevor from me, Dream Team. I was working with DJ Lab, Toy. Oh gosh, it like even yourself. I mean, obviously we met in that era, and it got to a point where I felt like the hip hop had served its purpose because I'm an emotional artist. I will do a genre that is speaking to me emotionally at that particular time. And at that time, obviously, hip hop was it because it was my way of expressing myself. It was an escape. I was able to pen things as opposed to saying them as they were. Growing up, I had pretty much a lot to deal with that I couldn't really express to the family. So this is what I'm going through. I'm an old soul, so I kind of absorbed all the drama that my family was going through and kind of held it on my shoulders, along with everything else that I was dealing with as a child. And so when I felt like, okay, I'm healed, so the hip hop capped. I was frustrated. I wasn't elevating, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna sing because that's what I want to do. I'm just gonna sing. And then I started releasing music. Then I met Ukoti and Nostello, and then we did Forever. And then after that, I started doing more and more collaborations with DJs, and writing, exploring my writing skills, writing for other people, to winning awards for being a writer, to working with people like Zakes, to writing for Afrotainment. Well, it's a lot. Yeah.
I was just about to say flex on us and share with us some of the people you've written for, but you mentioned some. Do you want to mention maybe one?
I've also worked with Tamba Broly, worked with the Q Twins, worked with Mayoni as a label. Oh, yeah. Basically, that's what I think. That's like top of my list right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. You recently dropped Amazwi at the end of 2022. It's such a dope track, firstly. It's
Thank you.
Beautiful sound.
Thank you. I
Such
appreciate
beautiful
that.
music. Would you call that genre Afro tech? Or what do you call that genre?
I wouldn't unequivocally call it Afro tech, but I could call it a blend between Afro house and Afro tech. I'm not really clear about the genres and what defines them. All I know is I'm making music. You know what? I'm making dance music, and I am having the time of my life. So yeah, if you want to call it Afro tech, hey, go wild. Yeah.
Because it places you, like you said, in the same range or the same sphere as Jose.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. Okay. Now, what would you say are the benefits of having come from a hip hop background in terms of your songwriting,
Benefits.
if any?
You know what? Being a rapper and writing for the dance space that I am in now, I can't really say that there are benefits because it's a different thing. Coming into dance, obviously, I've had to use less words, as opposed to just throwing in a 16, a chorus, and another or a 24. You know, that style of writing doesn't really apply. Ngala. So ngala, we're making music that people will remember because they're dancing and they don't want anything complicated. They're not trying to analyze. I'm a punchline. They're not trying to, go like, yo, it's not like that. Lana fethu abantu bafuna ukudansa ukuthi bayakuzwa noma bakuzwa ukuthi uthini. They just want something that they can remember, that they can sing bese bebodwa ukuthi and attach the memory to that time they were having fun and they were singing this. So I don't know if I don't see benefits of, not to say that I didn't enjoy hip hop, but I don't know. Yeah, so no benefits.
Okay. You also go by the title businesswoman.
Yes.
Please share a bit more on
that. I've tried my hand in a bit of business ventures. Like I used to make an invitation card for events, like birthday parties, weddings and stuff like that. I also used to sell clothes at some point, and then we had a restaurant in Kaya. And then I have Munchie Box, which is since I'm a hot dog, but like gourmet type of, which had started during COVID, and then we had some issues with electricity, so I've always had a mindful business. It's just, I think Nami, I hadn't really opened up my scope and seen for myself the heights that I can reach. And so now what I'm going to be releasing this year is a clothing brand called 86, which is street fashion. You know what, you'll see it when you see it. So that's what we're working on now. We're going to start off with t-shirts, sweaters, bags, and jackets. So 86 is coming out this year. That's my biggest venture for the year. And yeah.
Dope. That's really nice. I can't wait to see it. How do you balance being a mother with being a full-time artist?
I have a very good family structure. But my mom's incredible. So she has been my balance. For the things that I can't do when I'm working, she's there doing it. Right now, my kids live with her and I live in Joburg. So like my mom is my balance. Ever since the firstborn to Mercedes, my mom is like my mom's my everything, basically. Yeah. So that's my balance.
I see all like the pictures you put up with your mom. That's beautiful to see.
Twins.
Lalela. Amawela dancing ukoko.
So you have 3 kids?
No, I have 2.
So it's just the twins?
They're not twins.
Why were you saying twins?
My mom and I, we look alike, so she's, yeah.
Okay,
no, I have 2. My son is 19.
Okay.
And Mercedes is 5.
That's beautiful. What? Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to ask you what can we look forward to in 2023. You mentioned the clothing label. Is there anything else people can look forward to? You mentioned when I saw you last that you have a new single coming out as well. What can we expect from Skye Wanda in 2023?
More music. I have this thing where this year I want to make 50 songs.
Okay.
I want to make 50 songs that are going to be out streaming, I don't know, radio, or wherever. But this year I'm doing 50 songs. I'm saying I've got 5 already. And then I have 45 to go. So I want to be working with anyone not anyone. I want to be working with all the people that I've always wanted to work with. And I'm not being genre specific.
Yeah.
Like I've got 3 gospel features that are already lined up. I'm doing Afro pop. I want to maybe have 1 or 2 hip hop tracks as well, and international features for Afro tech.
Yeah.
So this year, that is my biggest mission when it comes to the music. So there's more music, and I'd also like to get more into public speaking, especially for the ladies that are out of school and just started being in the real world. I'd like to talk to people like that because I know that I've got a lot to say because of my journey and everything that I've been through. I know that I have a few words of wisdom to impart. So I'd like to get a lot into public speaking. Yeah. Nice. That's what I want to do. It's the music, it's the business, and it's just imparting words of wisdom to people, to the ladies that need it. Yeah.
You mentioned, being a natural entrepreneur. Without those exact words, you said you've always been creating businesses and street hustles. Now I'm trying to link it back to hip hop one more time. Did hip hop teach you that? Were you inspired?
You always follow me.
I'm curious because we raised the term hip hop head came up in the previous interview.
Yeah.
And I know street entrepreneurship and the hustle is like something that is very much within the hip hop culture.
Yeah.
Would you say maybe something it encouraged it or it inspired it, or do you feel it's something like it's always been part of you?
Well, aside from the fact that it's always been a part of me, obviously the hip hop streets hustle culture is a big influence as well. Selling CDs from booths. You remember back in the day, like upload them and then people are gonna go download. We used to carry CDs to gigs, and you'd be pushing your CDs with my gigs, and then the baykeeper wasn't a big thing, which was a print, or some people would even like paint their t-shirts and sell them in, so yeah, most def. That's a very big influence into that. But also ngisamncane kanginokuthatha iy'ngubo yabo ngiyisike ngenzele onodoli iy'ngubo. So my mama now would wayengishaya-ke nje umama ngenze njalo because this one time ngathatha i-uniform yakhe yasemsebenzini intsha sha ngabona ukuthi this is a very nice print. If I made this for my dolls, because I think I had about 4 dolls, so I'm like, no, they need clothes. So I'm going to take le uniform yama ngiyisike and then now I'm proud of my work. I'm like, ma buka, it doesn't show it. So yes, my fashion sense might be a bit quirky. It might be something that people don't understand, but I understand what the masses are attracted to. So I think 86 is gonna work.
Oh, wait. Okay, beautiful. May you please let the audience know and the viewers, the readers, where they can find you on social media?
I'm Skye Wanda on Facebook. SKYEWANDA. Obviously, that's gonna appear somewhere. Skye Wonderful. Man. Skye Wonderful ku Instagram, Skye Wanda SA ku Twitter, Mrs. Wonderful ku TikTok. Yeah, those are the 4 main ones.
Yeah, perfect. Dope.
No, go YouTube, Skye Wanda. Yeah, it's really not complicated. Yeah.
Good, Sila. Thank you so much.
Good. You missed a question.
What?
You said something about fun facts.
Oh yes! Can we please do the fun facts quickly? Thank you so much.
I actually had to ask someone. The fuck is a fun fact about me?
Thank you so much for remembering. Ha!
Thank you, research. Thank you, research team.
Thank you so much. Okay, do you want to do 3 or 5?
3, because
Okay.
there's not a lot.
Okay.
Why are we going to 5?
Cool,
Okay.
running.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, may you please tell us 3 fun facts about Skye Wanda?
3 fun facts about Skye Wanda. Apparently, I don't know if it's a fun fact, but it's a fact that most people who haven't chilled with me do not know. Apparently, I have an unapproachable, resting bitch face, which is something that I don't do intentionally. You know, apparently, while I'm just chilling, thinking about Usis Blan, people think of me as an unapproachable person. So, yeah, Benny Maverick said that to me. I kind of felt that. Yeah, so that's 1. 2, I like singing regular R&B songs with an Indian accent. That's just, you know, when I'm in my quirky, like, you know, these girls ain't loyal, you know. That's what And the 3rd fact is what you guys are doing now. Whenever you're around me, you're gonna be laughing because that's just how I don't like bad vibes. I don't like a stifled vibe. When you're around me, you know, chill vibes, good vibes only. Stress, leave it at the door, you know. The door. Don't come near me naked. Already. So, see, is for my favorite color is pink, which I know some people's like the fuck, because if they don't think I'm lesbian, then they think, you know, I'm this horrible person who did it. I won't get that up, but not that much. It's like it's at a regular level. I'm not extreme. As much as the next person, right? So yeah, those are my facts.
Thank you so much. It's a wrap. Yay!